left Cabo San Lucas in the last hour or so, headed back towards La Paz, from where we are expecting to take a ferry to cross the Baja into mainland Mexico. Now, if you see just behind me, absolutely fantastic blue sky. That's what we've been having over the last few weeks. Again, having said that, we initiated this ride for the months of summer, and other than the sun, when we started off in Anchorage, we have seen every type of weather that we could possibly think of, right from light rains to torrential rains to fast winds literally knocking us off the roads, and not to mention the Hurricane Rosa and Hurricane Sergei, which threw out such gusts that, we ended up riding in almost 2 inches of snow. Now, as we head towards La Paz, we are updated about an oncoming Hurricane Vicente. Now, I am constantly looking at the National Hurricane Center updates, and it's likely to make a landfall as we head into the week, possibly Tuesday or Wednesday, which could disrupt our plans of taking a ferry across from La Paz to mainland Mexico, either Mazatlán or another place which we are exploring. If you can see, that's the hurricane building up, and in the far you can see the mountains that are already engulfed in very, very thick clouds. So it's likely to hit, it's already crossing the Gulf of California, and it's likely to hit mainland possibly by tomorrow or day after. And then I'm not really sure, what would be the intensity. The intensity says it's pretty severe. If you can see, this is, I'm not sure whether, This is the National Hurricane Center where, I've been keeping a track of the development. It all started like this, and it then started turning towards mainland Mexico. So we are expecting some good amount of rains. As you can see, that's what the storm is brewing up. So hopefully things will get better. We may not have to detour or make any change in plans, but we are just about getting prepared for what could be another new area other than rains and snow and what. It's the hurricane now. We are inside the Baja ferry that would take us to Topolobampo, and the bikes are being strapped to the railing so that when we are at the high seas, just doesn't get thrown around. We are expecting a little rough weather on the high seas, considering that there is a hurricane Villa that is actually hitting Mazatlán as we speak. It will be a 6 to 7 hour journey from here, and we hope to reach Topolobampo by around 9 in the evening. We are now leaving La Paz towards Topolobampo, and we have sailed out from the port and heading into the high seas. This is an experience. This is a first time experience for me. As you can see, there are quite a few people. The ship's definitely not crowded. We easily got a ticket to board the ferry, and it was absolutely seamless as the customs. They were absolutely friendly. They guided us all the way to get the required documentation done, and made sure that we were guided at every stage before we could board this ferry. It's a huge ferry. It's a super huge ferry. Let me show you the vehicles that have been stacked side by side. Our bikes are somewhere inside, strapped to the railings. Yeah, you can see all the big trucks are there. That's the engine out there, and you know, the trucks are all headed. What a beautiful sunset here as the ship cuts across the Gulf of California towards La Paz, from La Paz towards Topolobampo. It's a sunset that one would definitely not want to miss. Topolobampo today morning, and we have reached Mazatlán, which is about 400 kilometers from the time we started. We were stopped about 100 kilometers before Mazatlán, and the cops strongly advised us to detour and go towards Durango before hitting Mexico City. This detour is gonna cost us about 200 kilometers more, or roughly around about 300 kilometers. And all this is because of the hurricane Villa that has actually hit a very hard landfall on Mexico City. If you can see, you know, like all the vehicles have been diverted, and all these vehicles are waiting for getting through the city of Mazatlán. We are actually on the outskirts of the city of Mazatlán, but all these vehicles are headed towards Durango, which is a serious detour from the regular route that would have otherwise taken us via Guadalajara and towards Mexico. So Guadalajara is not happening because of the detour. I believe the landfall has been pretty severe, and it's been pretty disastrous as well. We've got some beautiful commentary on Google Translate. As you can see, that's the path of the hurricane that's heading towards the mainland Mexico. So we're not really sure what the actual path is, but this is in Mazatlán. It has come from just behind me, and it's heading that side. Mazatlán port was closed, and hence we had to take the ferry to Topolobampo, and from there it appears that, you know, like we are just behind the hurricane as it heads towards the mainland Mexico. You can see the color of the sky there. See the change in color, and that's blue there. So that's some consolation. The hurricane has moved away from the port and is now headed towards the mainland. I hope things get better. Devastated the roads that leads to Guadalajara. We did see some pictures of the roads and you know, the entire landscape getting washed away. So there is a forced detour which the police and the local administration have initiated, which has taken us towards Durango. It is about 200 to 300 kilometers more towards the destination Mexico, which would be for tomorrow, Mexico City.